What is up, people? This is your boy Brandon, Mr. For Real Grundy, and I am doing another movie review on Mr. For Real's Rundown. Okay, so as you can see, I got my guest host with me today, Mr. Godzilla. Say what's up. Yeah. If people knew how much of a Godzilla fan I was, oh my gosh, how much of a Godzilla fan I am. That's why this movie review, I'm more energetic. You know, this is one I actually like. I'm not gonna say I don't like the movies I watch, but this one is near and dear to my heart. Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire, just came out this year, definitely, but just came out like what a few weeks ago. And I was in Vegas when it dropped, so I was focused on my fight, so I couldn't go watch it. But I went to the late show last night at Cinemark, 9:40. Oh my gosh, it was great. You did good, buddy. But I gotta say, it was an awesome movie visually. The fights were, oh my gosh, the fights were great. The movie was funny. There was a lot of humor in there. A lot of humor. They introduced some new characters, as well as did the backstory on some of the old characters. So it was refreshing. It was a refreshing movie. And again, I remember this is some history on me and Godzilla. I know, right? I got you. So I remember when TNT used to have like the Godzilla Fest. It was like in the 90s, mid 90s to later 90s. They would show nothing but Godzilla movies, like starting around like 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. And they would just go through the lineup and show Godzilla. Oh my gosh. And like I said, this was 90s. So it was before like CGI got really good and the visuals got really good and the graphics got really good. So it was more of the guy in the suit, which props to him because man, I've worn masks and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know how people wear that for hours, like 30 minutes, and I'm ready to rip a mask off. But I used to watch the Godzilla Fest at my grandma's house in McGee, Arkansas. So that was always my favorite part of the year is when they showed like the Godzilla marathon, and you just got to enjoy the big G over here just demolishing stuff and fighting. You know, like the old school dinosaur, not dinosaurs, but monsters like Destroyer or Ghidorah, the old school Ghidorah, and what was the other one? Hedorah, I think, the toxic waste monster. But like seeing him team up with different people like Jet Jaguar and the fluffy dog looking dude, and it was just wild, like seeing some of the team ups. Who else was there? There was a oh man, there was a movie with his son. I think it was Destroy All Monsters, maybe, or The Island of Monsters, or something like that. But it had his son fighting this Godzilla with like orange hair and a horn. That was wild. But again, back to this movie review. I got a little sidetracked. You know, I was reminiscing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But let me get back to why you're here. This movie was very fun to watch, and I enjoyed it a lot. Not just because I'm an old school Godzilla guy, but because I am a new school Godzilla guy too. And the graphics are way farther along than when I first started watching, and it just got more fun the more the movie went on. You know, you got to see different fights, and I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but you got to see power ups. Like, oh, the power ups in this series are so much different. Like, nothing against the old series, but again, with the technology where it is, like, I know everybody likes that sound when Godzilla powers up. It's like, I can't do it, but you know what I'm talking about, right? And getting to see the different monsters fight because every monster fight's different on here, and that's really fun to see. Like all the apes, and spoiler alert, sorry, spoiler alert. The apes don't fight the same. Like the Scar King don't fight like Kong. His Scar King's minions, they fight different. They're kind of like thugs. Like when you used to watch the old school comics, the cartoons. Like they fight like those thugs on the old Spider-Man, like from the '90s, or the X-Men. It's like punch, punch, counter punch, and but it was fun to watch. It was a great movie all around. The stories were awesome. Just seeing the growth of the characters, especially the little girl. It reminded me of the old school Mothra Godzilla team ups. But if you watch the old school versions with Mothra, there was always the really small twins that used to sing to the egg, and the egg hatches, and Mothra comes out, and Mothra looks like a giant, like Butterfree, and nah, kind of, except it didn't have the shoes on. It didn't have the Jordans like Butterfree does, but I missed that part, But again, this is a newer series, so you got to look at it with an open mind. You can't just focus on some of the old stuff so much that you don't appreciate the new stuff. Kevin Garnett said that. Shout out to KG. He has been one of my favorite players for a long time. But with this new generation of Godzilla movies, they are visually stunning. So you automatically get the best on the visual side. But now the story's coming into play. You're getting to see the Big G, and you're getting to see Mothra. And Mothra's new design is awesome too. Nothing against the old Mothra, but the new designs on the monsters are awesome. Kong looks more mature. He got like a beard, kind of like mine. Not as fresh as mine, but you could see the distinctions between different apes on his in his area. I'll say that because there's like three different areas. There's Upper Earth. There's Godzilla territory on the surface. So Godzilla runs the surface basically, and then Kong's territory is Hollow Earth. But then there's another territory under that now. So it's Godzilla, that dude, Kong. So Godzilla, Kong, and then there's another level to it. So not gonna spoil it for y'all. I'm not, because I want you to watch the movie. As an actor, I want you to go out and see the movie and not watch it at home on pirated stuff. No knock on nobody. I'm just saying the actors and actresses, they get to continue doing it when you go to the movies and watch it. Just saying. Nothing against nobody though. Do you? Um, but again, it's great on the storytelling side because there's about five different characters that get some great detail about their backstory, and they get growth. And then there's the comedy part of it, which is everywhere. Monsters got comedy, the humans got comedy, um, the people dying have comedy. It's great. It kind of reminds you of King Kong, the one that came out in maybe 2008. Let me check. I think it was 2008 though. Don't quote me yet. Don't quote me. Was it 2005? It was 2005. Sorry. Wow. I was off 3 years. Usually I'm good with my movies. But yeah. That was the one directed by Peter Jackson. But it kind of puts you in the mind of that when they're on the island, which basically was Skull Island back in the day. So again, it that was my fault. It introduces you not only to a old school scenario, but it also brings something new in there, you know? And to me, that's awesome. So you get the old school vibe with the new school graphics and a new story. So everybody wins. Everybody wins. But again, I give it a 9.5. Um, like I said, there was a lot of comedy in it, which is cool. Like it was refreshing to see. But other than that, like the visuals were amazing. The stories were great. Um, the character design is awesome. You know, seeing the different monsters, you did good. Yeah. But yeah, I really have no quarrels with this movie. So go out and see Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, because it's a good movie. And it's a fun watch. You know, you don't really see too many movies like this where it's fun to watch. And I stand by that. It was a great movie. So, if you're like me and you're waiting on Pacific Rim 3, don't think it's going to happen though. But you get to the point where you can actually enjoy a movie. And I think movies, for me personally, my experience, movies aren't meant to be watched one time because you never get the full experience. You know, you seem to always find something new when you watch a movie again. So go watch it, enjoy it, and then go watch it again or wait for it to come on whatever streaming service you use. But again, I'm Brandon, Mr. For Real Grundy. This is Mr. For Real's Rundown movie review segment. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know you liked it. And if you have a topic or a movie you want me to review, leave it in the comments. I might check it out. I'm not saying I'm gonna check out everything, but I might check it out. You know, I'm open to watching any types of movies. You know, so for me, I love going to the movies. I love watching movies. It was always my escape from the world. So again, you have a great day. It's April 7th. It's Sunday. Get out and do something. I'm joking. Have a great day.